Oh hey, how are you? This is Craig. Thank you for clicking on this video. This is my first YouTube video, and I thought, what better way to kick it off than by filming an unscripted, poorly lit video in my loud office, talking about why the hell I'm doing this in the first place, what my plan is, and what you can expect moving forward. So let's get into all of that. Before I get into the why, I think it's important to give you a little bit of context, bring you back, talk about pretty much what led to this moment right here, filming this video in front of you. So let's start with a prologue. So for those of you who know me, you may know that I've been suffering with anxiety and depression for most of my life. I think I was 4 years old when I realized that I wasn't just a worrywart, that something was going on. And after meeting with a psychiatrist and going to therapy and things like that, we discovered I had an anxiety disorder, and that was paired with depression, which it typically is. Sometimes you have one or the other, one can cause the other, endless possibilities. So anxiety and depression, and over the next, well, it's been 25 years, I developed ways to cope and things that I could do to kind of navigate life with these conditions. And for a while, I was doing pretty damn good, I think. I think I did a good job hiding that I had these issues, but that all came to bite me in the ass in October of 2016. I remember I was at a work dinner, and I got a call from my mom, who was at the doctor earlier that day, and she broke the news that she was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer. Sorry, this is hard to talk about. So, my biggest coping mechanism throughout my whole life has been to stay busy. And I think it's a great tool in dealing with anxiety, especially because the busier you are, the harder it is to think about the things in your life that bring anxiety and depression to the forefront. So when I received this news, I reverted back to Old Faithful and just made myself extremely busy. I was working full-time. I was going to grad school full-time, just doing my best to stay busy. And for a while, things were looking up. My mom was taking treatment well. She was kicking cancer's ass. And she went into remission for a solid 18 months, which is fantastic. And in those 18 months, I finished grad school with a 4.0, decided to take some time off work, and we went on a family vacation. We did all kinds of stuff. And, we spent a lot of great time with my mom. It was awesome. But shortly after, the cancer decided to make a comeback. So when it came back, reality really started setting in, and my coping mechanisms stopped working. And since I wasn't working full-time and I was done with school, I had no more distractions. So in the end of 2018, I went into probably the darkest point in my life. And then 1 year later, November of 2019, my mom passed away. It happened really fast, and as much as you think you're prepared, you know you're not. And for me, it just put me back in that dark place, and it's been about 4 months now since my mom's been gone, and I'm finding it really hard to cope and adjust and move on. After my mom passed away, I developed a binge eating disorder. So on top of anxiety and depression, I now have this eating disorder, and I just feel unwell from a physical standpoint, from a mental health standpoint. I'm just not where I want to be. And that's where this comes in. That's what leads me to why I'm sitting in front of this camera today talking to you. Now, in future videos, I plan to go into more about my life, so those are to come. But I'll leave it there for now and get into why I've decided to document this and put it out there for the whole world to see. So let's get started. So there are 3 reasons why I'm documenting my life right now and putting it out on the internet. Reason number 1, I'm doing it for myself. When it comes to helping others, I will go above and beyond and do everything I can to help. When it comes to myself, it's really hard to hold myself accountable to take care of my physical and mental health. And I think a lot of that stems from my anxiety and my depression, but also my low self-esteem that I've had ever since I can remember. And I've gotten to a point in my life now where I know that I need to do something big, and I need to do it now before I dig my hole any deeper. By documenting my life right now, showing the good, showing the bad, it's going to help hold me accountable. It's going to keep me going. And more importantly, I will have this to look back on in the future so I can see what I did well, mistakes I made, things I can learn from, and I guess most importantly, my wins. So that's reason number 1, doing it for myself. Reason number 2 is I'm doing it for my mom. In her final months, she just wanted to spend time with us, but there were 2 other small things that she asked. Number 1 was that she wanted us to find peace when she was gone. She wanted us to know that she was okay, she was ready, and to be at peace. Second, she wanted all of us to find happiness in whatever we chose to do with our life, and know that she would be proud of us no matter what we do. And as of right now, I know that I haven't done a good job at honoring either of those wishes. I've been too busy feeling sorry for myself. I've been too busy not prioritizing my health and just wishing that all the pain would go away. So I'm doing this for my mom. Reason number 3, doing it for you. Let me explain. I've always enjoyed helping people. I've always felt like it's a calling in my life to help others, especially helping others through things that I'm currently experiencing, have experienced. So since I'm doing this anyway for myself and my mom, I got to thinking that perhaps if I share this with the world, I might reach at least one person out there who's going through something similar. Maybe I can help them too while I help myself. If I can help myself and help others in the process, it's a win-win. So those are my intentions. I want to document this for myself. I want to do this for my mom so I can honor her wishes. And hopefully you'll get something out of this too. Now before we move on to what my plan is, I just wanted to talk about mental health for a little bit. I think that we've come a long way since I was a kid surrounding mental health, both in the workplace, at school, at home as well. But there's one part that I think is lacking, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but I think the community itself is lacking. But it's lacking for good reason. I know, speaking from personal experience, dealing with anxiety and depression as long as I have, that these aren't exactly easy topics to talk about, especially when you're talking about it from personal experience and you have to share very personal details about your life with the world. It's not easy. It's awkward. It's scary. And I know with me, I have almost 2 sides of my brain fighting against each other. I have my logical side that knows what I should be doing, talking myself down from things, the standard stuff. But I also have this other side that tells me I'm not worth it. That's telling me right now to just shut the camera off because no one cares. Telling me to shut the camera off because this isn't going to help anyone, including yourself, and that you're just risking your entire reputation by putting yourself out there on the internet. And that's how mental health disorders work. They try to work against us, and it's up to us to not let them beat us. We have to live with them. There's no cure, but we don't have to let them beat us. And lately I've been letting it beat me. So I'm also starting this YouTube channel as an oath to myself to not let it beat me anymore. So although we've come a long way, the community is lacking. And I think the only way to get through that aspect is to share our stories with each other, to help each other, to just be generally supportive of one another. I think we get overwhelmed with our own issues, that it's hard to feel empathy for others at times. And how anxiety works for me is I feel like a burden when I talk about it. I feel like no one will understand me. I feel like I'm alone in this world, even though the rational side of my brain is telling me, hey dummy, there's hundreds of thousands of people dealing with what you're dealing with right now. You're going to be fine. My rational side doesn't want to hear that though. And I know that someone out there who may be watching this knows exactly what I'm talking about. But I know when I do open up about it, or when I hear stories of others talking about it, it makes me feel so much better. So if I can be that for someone else while helping myself and honoring my mom's wishes, win, win, win. So anyways, we just need to talk more, and I hope that you can use this platform to get going on your journey just as I am with mine. And I'd be honored to do it together with you. So with that being said, let's move on to what my plan is, what you can expect, and you can decide if this is something you want to join me on, or perhaps you know somebody that you think could benefit from this and you can share it with them. That'd be fantastic. Because the goal is to get a community going. I by no means want to become a famous YouTuber. I don't intend on this being my career. I don't think I could handle that. Actually, I know I couldn't handle that. But I would like to have a community where we can support each other, share our stories with each other. I think that will help us all. I really do. So let's move on to what to expect moving forward. Starting with physical health, I simply need to take better care of myself. I need to exercise. I need to eat better. So what you can expect from that front is vlogs, weigh-ins, kind of day in the life type videos, showing you what I'm eating, what I'm doing for exercise, new things I'm trying. And then from the mental health side, I want to show you what I'm doing to help myself in that area too. I know with me, trying new things is extremely scary. That's what really ramps my anxiety up. So even doing something like this, it's very new to me. So it's going to be rough at first, I think, but it'll be fine. But I like to watch people doing things that I'm thinking about doing because it gives me the opportunity to say, see, it's possible. This person's doing it, I can do it. But it also shows you the reality of the situation, if it's something that you want to try or not, versus committing to it. So if I can try these new things and show you guys, it may help you in making decisions for your own journey. So I'm willing to be the guinea pig. In terms of what else to expect, well, I don't really know yet. This is obviously brand new, and I think that as time goes on, things may change, and especially as I start making progress and feeling better, I can start doing more fun content and start to be more of a help to others. I mean, I really need to focus on helping myself, and I hope to help others in the process, but my main goal is I hope to get to a point where I feel really comfortable and can really help people. So that's the plan. If that sounds interesting to you, then please stick around. I would love to have you along this journey with me. And if you know anyone else who may be interested, again, if you could share this video with them, I'd be super appreciative of that. If you don't mind, follow my Instagram right over maybe here. And yeah, I'm excited to get started. I am scared shitless to get started, do not get me wrong. I know this is a risk, I know that I'm putting myself out there, and that's very uncomfortable for me. But again, I'm doing this anyways, and if there's even a slight chance that I can influence someone else, help someone else in the process, it will make all of that awkwardness worth it. Alright, so that's going to wrap up video number 1. Thank you again for watching. Thank you in advance for sharing this, for following me on this journey. I don't know how often I'm going to do videos. I guess it'll depend on what the subject matter is going to be, but I'm hoping at least weekly. I think I could swing that. But yeah, I'm excited to get started. I mean, I guess I technically have already started. We're doing this. We're in it. I'm rambling, but thank you again. Seriously, I'm not just saying that. Thank you for watching this. And until next time, please be good to yourself, be good to those around you, and I'll see you soon. See you later.